It's so weird. It's so weird that I could go like live and play video games yesterday, but then like can't stream a podcast today. Holy shit. It has been a day. Yeah, for sure, man. It's my upload speed. Like I went from like hella fast upload to like hella slow upload in a matter of like one move. So that's kind of tough. I'm still trying to figure it out. And then I had my settings dialed in the other day, but then I don't know. Yeah, for sure. No, these are the settings I need. It's just going to be a work in progress. I'm trying not to get too frustrated. So I actually like your well, let me add the link back into Discord. So what were you saying? Like you cut off, and then Nick was talking, and Nick cut off. But we were talking about Onslaught. We were talking about how they consider Outbreak to be a success, even though there's really, I mean, they're creating an argument that's easy to defeat, in that people aren't playing round-based maps. It's Well, of course they're not playing round-based maps, because we're not talking about like a classic zombies experience. We're talking about maps like Firebase Z and D Machine. So it's just it's tough. Yeah, Outbreak fishing. So tell me, so you think it's part of the quest? Could be a quest step? Yeah, and I think that's fine. It's just I just don't know where they're going with this. And I mean, you have people that are still around that have really enjoyed it for the longest time and are really loyal to the game itself. And so it's weird to make this big of a change, I think. Or this big of a like a shift in terms of like what's the content and things like that. I don't know. I think I'm bummed to think about stuff like that. But then I think they're trying to create this argument where it's easier to rationalize their decision to move to a more open map experience like Outbreak. Probably a way to get more salvage. Yeah. Yeah, we're good, man. I just had to. I thought I could stream at a higher bit rate, and I just couldn't. I mean, it's like I still have enough bit rate to stream at HD, but it was downscaling it, and it was just like a little bit too much for my internet speed. So lesson learned. I mean, I think podcast number 4 will be all dialed in. So Nick, what were you saying? So Nick, have you been playing Onslaught on PlayStation? I mean, what's your experience on that? Is that's similar to kind of what we would expect from smaller round-based zombies maps, right? Yeah, this is why I wanted to do it on low latency, 1.5 upload speed and tried streaming. Yeah, for sure. About the rumor about Treyarch. Oh no, that's coming up next, Nick. You just foretold the future. So if we're good talking about kind of where things are at with kind of the current state of affairs, then that's actually segment number 2 or segment number 3. Onslaught was bad. You like Onslaught? So Kevin, you're a PlayStation guy too. Onslaught was bad up until recently. They finally added Pack-a-Punch and weapon levels to it. Yeah, I can see how it would be, and maybe this is the plan, and maybe they're making this more round-based small map experience that we're used to. They're making it Onslaught, and so you can play on whatever map you want to. You can have zombies on whatever map. This might be the direction they're going, but like, give everybody access to it. I'm not getting a PlayStation just to play it. Onslaught's kind of fun, but there's no doors, no points. And the only way to get Pack-a-Punch and perks is killing boss zombies. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's not this kind of this classical experience that we're used to. It's really good after they added Pack-a-Punch rarity levels and armor levels. Yeah. I'm interested to see where they go with it. I'm interested to see. I mean, like, I just, as somebody who understands how businesses work, I think it makes me nervous because I don't know if I think they're going in a different direction, and I don't know if that's the absolute best thing for people who have been loyal to the series. It'd be even better if they added a zombies theme to every map. Yeah, I mean, even if they, similar to Onslaught, if they just, an Onslaught containment is better because zombies never stop spawning. You do get a bit of time, but not really. I think if they actually went with, well, the reason they don't have doors is because most multiplayer maps don't have doors. So, but I think it's an easy overlay to just add doors to those multiplayer maps. I mean, easy for me to say because I don't have to do the development work, but I think that's a way to make it engaging, to keep people plugged in, to keep people playing. But when you take away these things that we expect and we're used to, then it's I don't know, man. Like, are people going to come back and keep playing it? They need to add gun game as a limited time mode. Be spending so much time on it. Yeah, a gun game for multiplayer or a gun game for zombies. I think that'd probably be pretty fun. All right, Kevin. I'll talk to you later. All right. Any closing thoughts? But Nick already hit on our next topic. So we're talking about. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't. Have we played that before? I don't even know if I've played that yet, or played a version of that. But that's interesting. All right. So Nick hit on this earlier, but the rumor is that Call of Duty 2021 Zombie Mode, co-developed by Treyarch and Sledgehammer. And so rumors provide new details on COD 2021's co-op mode and the developers working on it. And so a new rumor claims that 2021's game co-op mode will be a zombies mode, which would be expected for Sledgehammer games, as all of their Call of Duty titles have had some form of zombies. However, the new information suggests that the zombies mode for 2021 game is being developed in partnership with Treyarch. So this is when you think about it, Sledgehammer had that only huge miss with World War II zombies. So it's I don't know. I mean, having Sledgehammer and then having somebody brand new focus on it, yeah, it's I don't know. I'm interested to hear it. I thought I mean the rumors are running wild because we didn't know. I'd be down to see it. COD 2021 is apparently Modern Warfare 19 engine would fit zombies so well. 100%, man. I'd be really excited about that. So, and then it shows a few tweets. It says, to clarify, Treyarch is working in collaboration with Sledgehammer for this year's Zombies. And the original tweet was, hey, Treyarch, can you guys pretty please do a year 2 of Cold War Zombies? Gosh, that's weird. We're so weird that somebody would, like, request. Like, I'm not going to look down on people for liking this current Zombies, but when you compare it to Black Ops 3, or even Black Ops 4, Black Ops 2, it's just not it's not as pure of an experience. It's not as good of a mode. I'm not like it's not the worst ever, because I think there's other ones that have definitely been worse than this version of Zombies, but it's just not the best. And so, do I want year 2 of Cold War Zombies? Absolutely not. Been playing World War II Zombies lately this week, and I'm actually enjoying it. Yeah, and Zach and I talked about this last week, and is it one of these things that we need to go back and actually give it a shot and try it out and play through it a few more times instead of, because I think we passed judgment on it and we were done with it before it was actually really over. I liked the, gosh, what is it? Is it the First Reich? The Final Reich. Yeah, the Final Reich is that Zombies map. So, I don't know. I like that one. I just felt like the rest of them, it just felt kind of goofy sometimes. I felt like the movement system was really clunky. I felt like the melees were really clunky. Yeah, all right. We've talked about it enough. I'm going to have to go back and play it. Maybe it's not as bad as we thought, because I mean, up until like a few months ago, we were all taking the piss on Black Ops 4, and then we all played it again. And we were like, wait a second, this isn't as bad as we thought it was. So, maybe so. Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it'll be better than we think it is. Let's see. Of course, and this is something else that bothers me about today, is that somebody can make a news article about something with having no backup whatsoever. They don't have to validate any sort of the sources. They don't have to validate any sort of the information. They say an unnamed source, and then they put out whatever garbage they want into the universe. They're like, apparently World War II Zombies is going to be 3D. It's like, says who? I think we treated World War II like BO4. Yeah, I'm willing to say that might be true, and I'm willing to say, like, I don't know, maybe we should play it on stream this week. This information, of course, has not been officially confirmed. No shit. It is, in fact, if it's in fact true, it would be a major development change for Activision as a whole. While studios have supported other studios with development, Treyarch usually sticks to developing their own zombies modes for titles. This means for future of Treyarch zombies in the game, their own games remains to be seen. Well, I think if they are going this direction, if they're going to be focusing more on Outbreak, open world, using multiplayer maps for Treyarch, then do you work with Sledgehammer? Does Sledgehammer produce your zombies games? Okay, that's fine. And then somebody does the development for zombies for you. And if you're gonna say somebody's gonna give like a full-hearted effort to zombies, like fine. Because what else did Sledgehammer do? They did World War II. They did Advanced Warfare. Okay, yeah, we don't have... Yeah, they did Exo Zombies in World War II. That's not really the best examples to pull from. So I don't know whether or not we should be that excited just yet. So they've had 2 pretty big turds. So maybe they can turn it around. But it's... I think they need to pull a rabbit out of their hat and get too far... Not get too far away from the things that we actually enjoy about the zombies itself. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Maybe that's the case, man. But if they're gonna move away from kind of this zombies experience that we're used to, then are we completely all right? People said it was bad, so we went along with the crowd and said, "Yeah, it's bad." Yeah, I mean, Nick, you're kind of on the cutting edge of people accepting ones that were on the fringes. I mean, you were one of the people that was one of the biggest fans of one of the biggest fans of Black Ops 4. All right, so closing thoughts on rumor Sledgehammer producing 2021 zombies. If it's on the high points is if it's on the Modern Warfare 2019 movement system, which is probably the best movement system we've had, other than Black Ops 3, and other than the thruster packs. I mean, you take away thruster packs, and I think Black Ops 3 has the absolute best movement system out of all of them. All right, so you guys may have seen this on TikTok, but I posted this today, and today is the 4th anniversary of the first Zombie Chronicles. And so this brings up the question, and I'm going to ask you guys these questions because I want to hear your response to it. But what is the best remastered map on Zombie Chronicles? What map is the best one that's out there that's still left to be remastered? What's up, John? And then what's the impact that Zombie Chronicles made on the Zombies universe? And so if I'm going to answer my own questions, best remastered map is in my opinion is clearly Origins. I felt like Origins was very good on Black Ops 2. I feel like Black Ops 3 Zombie Chronicles Origins is one of the best maps of all time. It is the best map of all time. I mean, that's the discussion right there. So I think dropping it onto a new game engine and movement system, adding those different elements from the Black Ops 3 Zombies experience, took it to the next level. And so, I mean, there's another few maps that I can add onto there that really genuinely made them much better versions of themselves. I mean, the Kino, kind of them having that overlay and the new graphics and all of those other things that part of the map, it's so much better. What's up, John? I think the Giant was part of Black Ops 3. Honestly, like, I can't think of anything that really stands out as being that much better of an experience than Origins. I think Shangri-La was a better version of that. I think Moon is probably the other one where it's so much of a better version of itself. Yeah, I'd say Moon and Origins are head and shoulders above the other ones because I think the experience on Moon with Black Ops 1 felt limited on that game engine movement system. And then Origins, Black Ops 2 Origins was a little bit grittier. You had dolphin diving versus sliding. I do think there's something to be said for having a grittier aesthetic when you have a map like Origins, but I do think the Black Ops 3 Origins is head and shoulders above Black Ops 2 Origins. And so that brings me to the next point of that, but what is the best map that's still left to remaster? And I think I have... yeah, we lost it there for a second. So Transit, of course, Transit could be improved. No denizens, no fog. Did we just literally go offline? All right, we're back here. Oh my god, dude, this has been a day for technology. So Transit, of course. Oh wow. All right, I guess we're done. I got a DM this guy who's making a BO3 remaster. Yeah, man, do it. We went offline for a second. So, Transit, of course. Buried, of course. Mob of the Dead is the other one. It's kind of like, how much better could we make Mob of the Dead? I understand, and people who are Blood of the Dead and Black Ops 4 fanboys are saying, well, Mob of the Dead was remade. No, they made a new original map. It contains parts of the map from Mob of the Dead, but it's not an upgrade or a remaster. So I mean, that would be the same as using that Origins map and dropping it into a larger map and then saying we remade Origins. No, you made part of Origins. And so to me, that's like that's the thing that differentiates itself. I want to see a full Buried remake. I want to see a full Mob of the Dead remake. And I want to see a full Transit remake. I don't know. That's my my two pieces of that. And then Impact Zombie Chronicles made on the Zombie Universe. I think it really reimagined, not remastered. And I always say that to people that want to disagree with me, but it's just not the same thing. It's different elements of it. It's taking that map that was contained within it and dropping it into a larger map and a larger experience. So I mean, I think you're running out of time to re-record some of those voice lines with those original actors. So if they're going to do it, they need to do it now. I think they should. I think we should, or use the original voice lines and just like overlay it and just improve the graphics and drop it onto whatever movement system. Use the Modern Warfare 2019 movement system. I think that would be really exciting to me. And then the impact on the zombie universe, I don't know, man. I think it kind of turned things on its ear. I think it gave us the best versions of some of these really amazing maps. I think it took some of these maps that are a little bit clunkier, like Moon and other, I don't know, it took something like Verrückt that really wasn't, I mean, it was okay, but I think it made it a really great casual map. So I think there was a lot of things about Zombie Chronicles that brought so much benefit. It gave us the better version of some of these maps. It gave her of the classical maps with Easter eggs and classical story-based Easter eggs, but it also gave us better version of some of these casual maps. I mean, it's obviously Noct is a better version. Verrückt is a better version. Ascension is a better version. And so that's something I think it was so beneficial. It'd be exciting to see what they could do with something like a Buried and a Transit and potentially a Town and a Mob of the Dead. Yeah, I just saw it, man. I appreciate it. All right, so what do you think, man? So Zach, I don't know. We may have disconnected too many times to get anybody else's take on this. But Zach, best remastered map, you said it was Origins. Best map still left to remaster, and that can be more than one. And then the impact of the Zombie Chronicles had on the zombie universe. What do you think, man? I got like I had to set up a 30-second delay. We might end up having to do this earlier in the morning because I think everybody's using it right now, using the internet. 5 to be remastered. Well, Classified was 5 remastered, or was it reimagined? I think I'd be interested in hearing your take on that. So, Blood of the Dead. Mob of the... Okay, you already said that. Transit, Buried, Mob. Honestly, I would put 5 to be remastered. I think they could probably make it more of a classic remaster. Yeah, well, no. You're right. You're right, because they use different characters. So you would need to bring back those voice actors that did JFK and Castro and Robert McNamara and all those guys. So that's a great point. I think what we liked about those maps originally were the characters and the setting and all those different things. And when they did the same thing with 5 in Classified as they did with Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead. So no, I think that's an excellent point. So what do you think about what's so you already said the best map still left to remaster. So what was I guess and then that ends up being Zombie Chronicles 2. So what was the impact that you felt like I think it just let us know that there are always better versions out there if you give it some time. I think they need to avoid the trap of remastering them just for the sake of remastering them. But I think that you can always have an improved version of a map if you put the time and effort into it. Winter's Howl more usable? I think that's a great point. Boy, Zach, I think we're gonna have to dial in my settings for this podcast, brother. This has been a doozy. It just showed that remasters aren't always a money grab and can actually turn a bad map into a classic, or a good map into a great map. Yeah, that's a good point, man. It just doesn't. It doesn't have to be. I think we're always really skeptical as a zombies community of what it's going to end up looking like and what it's going to end up being, and yeah, you're right. It doesn't have to be a money grab and actually make these okay maps great, or they can make a good casual map a really great map. Man, Zach, it has been a day for technology, brother. I wonder if it's gonna let me splice together the two different pieces of my podcast because I've been going for a full hour. Man, it's a bummer. It's a bummer that I couldn't keep it going for the full hour, brother. All right, Zach. What do you think? Closing thoughts. Yeah, dude. Well, I have a dedicated line, and I should have plenty of upload speed for this to work. So I don't know. I mean, I might need to like close down all of my other windows and shut off all of my other devices, but that's like, come on. World War II remastered? Well, and could that make it better? And then could we get some of these? That's a pretty good point, man. What would that look like? All right, Zach. I'm gonna dip, brother. Hopefully, I can splice together the two pieces of the stream, man. I'm gonna be back on regular stream tomorrow. Hopefully, I can dial in my settings, dude. What the heck, Zach? I appreciate that link, man. I appreciate you being on the stream like always. You too, man. I appreciate it.